Good morning, aviators. This is Plasma 1945 with a custom mission for you. Now, this mission has been created and tested and flown by Red Star pilots and a few other friends, and people have posted on Facebook and other places that they want custom missions for about 4 to 8 players, and this is what it's for. This mission involves a Persian Gulf scenario where you have to cross the Gulf from Ras Al Khaimah on the north part of the Arabian Peninsula all the way across to Queshm Island. On the way, there is an early warning radar. There is a fuel dump near the airbase, but your primary target are the 2 towers connecting Queshm Island to the Iranian mainland. To join the server, you must open up your DCS, make sure it's DCS Open Beta with the latest updates. Then wait for the multiplayer list to load up and search for Red Star Mission. You will see Fox 3 MS because this is being hosted on Fox 3's dedicated server. And your password is strike, all lowercase. Once you put the password in, it'll connect you up to the server. And you should choose an aircraft on the Blue Coalition to start. Again, don't choose X spare. Those are for in case you get shot down. But yeah, choose any of the other aircraft and off you go with the mission. It's recommended to have 4 to 8 pilots. SRS is working. AWACS frequency is 251. And listen for the rest of the briefing in this video, which explains a bit more. But basically, once you get in, you are good to fly for 3 hours, after which time the mission will self-restart. Again, the password for the server is strike, and the mission will start moving from the point that you jump in. Now, sometimes you'll get a delay of your friends getting on board or getting organized. Well, after about 10 minutes, an option will appear. If you go radio communications, like you rearm and refuel, choose other, and this option will say restart the mission. It won't appear right away. It'll take about 10 minutes for that option to appear. What that will do is it'll restart the entire mission. So if you've got your friends in the server and you guys are ready to fly, but you were waiting for somebody, well, restart the mission and take off altogether as quick as possible to make sure the mission runs as expected. All the waypoints have been set and put in place for all the air-to-ground aircraft. And there's both the NATO and Russian aircraft on this map available. So you can fly pretty much anything you want as part of this mission. It is recommended that you bring at least a 1,000-pound bomb to take out those towers. It's designed for 4 to 8 pilots. There's plenty of air targets. There's also plenty of ground targets on both the small island with the early warning radar and all around Queshm. You definitely need to bring a seed package. And if you're only flying 2 guys, there are some F-15s in the air that if you have combined arms, you can actually tell them to cover you, or you can fly back towards their cover. All the aircraft are pre-configured and preloaded. Follow the waypoints, take off together, and come back in together for the maximum experience in this mission. In refuel and rearm, there's a small island just southwest of Queshm that has a friendly airbase where you can land. But it's pretty straightforward. You're taking off from Queshm, take off altogether, cut across north, take out the early warning radar if you can on the island, find any SAM defenses, destroy anything at the airbase, and then destroy the 2 towers connecting the power lines together. Now, those towers are fairly specific. They're on each side of the island. They're actually marked, so you can zoom in on the briefing. If you didn't know, you can actually roll the mouse to zoom in on the briefing pictures. Those are your primary targets that have to be destroyed. If you've got extra bombs, take out the fuel dump at the airbase. And if you've got friends with you who like to do some ground attack, maybe in A-10s or Su-25s, well, set them free. There's a couple of growlers patrolling back and forth, and TUNB airbase is where you can land to rearm and refuel. So if it's just 2 of you guys, you can do that from right there. There are also aircraft called X-Spare. These are spare aircraft that are just in the middle of the Persian Gulf that are blue that you can jump into in case you get shot. Again, take off together, come back together, and here is the audio briefing that you can access by using the comms menu in the game.
Good afternoon, pilots. Our last action, against installations on Queshm Island, successfully disrupted the buildup of 2 naval bases and radar station western side. However, the Iranian forces have not been idle. Using Queshm as base of operations, Iranians have mined parts of the Persian Gulf. Already, one of their mines struck a USMC, Tarawa, LHA. As a result of this, The Persian Gulf states and NATO planners have decided to further reduce Queshm and its capability. A large portion of Queshm electric power is provided from the Iranian mainland. This evening, the strike package will target the 2 high-voltage towers, located in CQ-87. Both towers, on each shoreline, must be destroyed. Use of high-yield munitions is recommended. Seed aircraft are required to support the strike package by targeting the search radar on the smaller islands south of Queshm. In addition, there are SA-2 and SA-15 installations on the island. Destroying these will hamper the enemy air force from detecting our aircraft. The search radar has been reported to have been upgraded and a harm launch may not be successful. Secondary target is the fuel dump outside of Queshm Air Base. Additional ground targets on the smaller island and around the airbase are available. You are to minimize air-to-air engagement. We do not.
So you've got some air targets, you've got some ground targets. You better bring some harms to take out the radars that are going to be painting you. Good luck, have fun, don't be toxic. And if you do have friends that like to bring an A-10 or an Su-25 and attack ground pound tanks and such, there are some of those on the way as well. So lots of targets for everybody. Remember, the password is strike, all lowercase. The server will take 3 hours to complete, and every 3 hours, if you're on the mission, it will reset. You can use the radio comms menu, that's the /, to talk to the ground crew, but also to replay the briefing so that your friends can hear it, and to restart the mission. Good luck, guys.